On today's ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show, transparent foregrounds, song select, and live streaming hosts. Hi, and welcome again to the ChurchTechCast.com Q&A show. This is the show where I answer your church tech questions, and my name's Paul Allen Clifford. So let's hop into our first question, shall we? This comes from Daniel Wong via email. It says, "Hi Paul, it's me Daniel, the one who was chatting with you in the YouTube comments about having a problem with transparent foregrounds. I've attached the ProRes 4444 video. Could you help me try it? And can you send me one of your foreground videos? And by the way, do you mind to let me know where you can download ProPresenter 6 for free?" Okay, let me start with the last one. You can go to renewedvision.com and download ProPresenter 6 for free. It will have a watermark on it, and even if I knew how to remove that, which I haven't even looked into, I have a sneaking suspicion I could figure it out, but I wouldn't do that because there are great people there at Renewed Vision, and as Jesus and the Apostle Paul said, the worker is worth his wages. So I really think that it's worth paying them for the work that they've done, because I want ProPresenter 7 through ProPresenter 75 to come out. So that's just a personal conviction of mine. Secondly, as we were talking, I found out that you're on Windows. ProRes 4444 is a Macintosh program. Well, it's a Macintosh codec, and that could be part of your problem. When I tried out your video, it worked fine for me, and when you tried out mine, it didn't work. So the problem is in your machine. I think there are ways to install the ProRes 4444 codec and get it to kind of work, but really it works really well on a Mac, and as I said, I'm not sure of any way to accomplish this other than doing it that way. Next, Dave Fagundes on YouTube asks, "How do I load songs in ProPresenter?" In the program is what he said, "from Song Select." So I had to look this up because I didn't remember exactly where everything was located, but let me just read it to you. You go to View, then Song Select, log in if you need to, and then in that pop-up window, it should pop up. That's where you log in. And then you search for your song. One of the downsides is Song Select has lists of basically every Christian song ever written. They may not have the lyrics to every Christian song ever written, but as you might guess, there's probably going to be 25 different songs that have "I Love You, Jesus" in the title, and you might be looking for the wrong one. So that's a little aside, just something to keep in mind. So once you found it, then you click the import button and it'll just bring it on into ProPresenter. It's pretty straightforward. Then you can format it from there. Finally, Tim on ChurchTechToday, in response to an article I wrote on live streaming, says, "I'm new to this. Are there free sites for mass streaming, and are they reliable and worth the effort? If so, can you list a few? Thank you. Also, list a few of the least expensive sites for mass streaming." From this, I think that Tim is Roman Catholic. Welcome to my Roman Catholic brother. And I just wanted to throw some names out there. Ustream has a free option that a lot of churches dip their toes into live streaming with. That's the way my church started. Then YouTube, of course, is another option. Facebook is another option, and even Instagram now. I believe it's Instagram. I get Instagram and Snapchat mixed up. One of those two has a free streaming option. Of course, my personal favorite is ChurchStreaming.tv. I just think they try harder, and in my book, having the support that they provide, and Rob Disseletz and all the people over there at ChurchStreaming.tv, they're just really great people that go above and beyond to provide you support. They'll even, if 5 minutes before church started, you realize that something's awry and you can't figure it out, a lot of times they can remote into your machine and fix it for you. So they're really great people there. In my book, that's worth some money. You could also look at StreamMonkey as another option, depending on what needs you have. Worship Channels is another one. A lot of the ones that are geared towards the church market are more flexible and able to deal with people that may not be as well trained or maybe new to all this as you are. One thing for you to consider is, if you're doing this in a Roman Catholic church, there's quite a good possibility that you don't have as many problems with copyrighted material. So it could be that YouTube and Facebook work perfectly fine for you. Just do your homework. I've only been to a couple of Roman Catholic masses in my life, so I could be just making assumptions that aren't true. If I am, I'm sorry for my ignorance. But that's just something for you to consider. So I hope that answered one of your questions, and if it did, great. If it didn't, no problem, just ask it below the video. That's perfectly acceptable. If you like this content, you'd like my email newsletter, so head on over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/newsletter, and there you can pick up a copy of that as well. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com. Go out and change eternity.